So Bill Belichick, the GOAT coach, according to PointsBet, is now the favorite to be named Coach of the Year. And how cool would it be if Belichick is Coach of the Year and Tom Brady is MVP, which is currently stands. Those are the two favorites. But I want to focus on Belichick, though. Let me say a couple things. One, Bill Belichick could be Coach of the Year every year because he's Bill Belichick. Two, even though they spent more money in the offseason in free agency than any team in NFL history, it still takes a hell of a leader to bring them together. We've talked about this a few times. We talked about it yesterday, we talked about it before then. The chemistry that this locker room has put together overnight says a lot about the culture that starts with, well, the Crafts, but also Bill Belichick. And last but not least, he's obviously doing it with a rookie quarterback. Having said all that, the next two guys on that list are my coaches of the year. I'm torn between Kingsbury and Matt LaFleur. I'll start with Matt LaFleur. Bro, Matt LaFleur's job got hard. Go back to the draft. Matt LaFleur
draft night
has
draft
been
day. Not even
under
draft
fire.
night.
Matt LaFleur has been on the hot seat. Not that he was going to get fired, but he has been under pressure since Aaron Rodgers wanted out, and he went through an entire offseason without his starting quarterback. Not to mention what happened week one, or for that matter, the Rodgers controversy when it came to COVID and all the injuries that he's had to navigate. Speaking of injuries, Cliff Kingsbury, like rolling right along, he and his staff had a COVID outbreak. Winning games with Colt McCoy playing in place of Kyler Murray and no DeAndre Hopkins for a handful of games. I mean, so when you look at the injuries that Arizona has had to navigate, with apologies to Mike Vrabel in Tennessee, who's had to overcome more personnel issues than Cliff Kingsbury, including himself? And Matt LaFleur navigating the Aaron Rodgers drama and what he's done really the last few years, he is perpetually underappreciated. So with all due respect to Bill Belichick, great job. It ain't the best job, in my humble opinion, this year.
Yeah, it's when coaches, to your Kingsbury point, when coaches say, usually after a loss, and it starts with me, really, to your point, it does start with him, with Cliff Kingsbury. When he talks about the injuries and some of the adversity the team has had to overcome, it does start with him. But let me go back to Belichick for a second. He's not my coach of the year either, but I'm going to tell you why he inspires me. The number one thing about Bill Belichick, and I always tell people this, the thing that inspires me
do two things
most,
for me. Hold on. Sorry, I apologize. Do two things for me while you're at it, because at the back end of this, I want you to do a second thing. Tell me why he inspires you, but also tell me where you would rank this coaching job. You've seen them all. I would love to know where you would rank this year's coaching job, if it ranks among some of his best ever. So do those two things for me. Back to you.
Okay. All right. The thing that inspires me the most about Bill Belichick is that he left right down the street from you, Wesleyan University. Shout out. I see you, Kaylee. Kaylee's like, that's my alma mater. What's up? But Wesleyan University, known for its volleyball, football, and music programs, and all the judges that have put it on federal benches. When he left Wesleyan at the age of 23, he went right to the Baltimore Colts. That was in 1975. And has not left the NFL since. So that's what just blows my mind. Mike, it was never a, I'm going to take a year off. I'm going to take a sabbatical. I'm going to chill. I'm going to reassess every year
I'm gonna do
since
some TV.
1975. Right.
He's been a constant.
75.
He's an NFL institution.
He has been in the NFL. So just the motor. Like Bill Belichick just loves this thing. He loves it. He's into it. I used to say that his birthday is whatever the day of the draft is. Whatever the official day of the draft is, that's his unofficial birthday. Now, it turns out that one of his best birthday presents did come with the drafting of Tom Brady. I think that was on his 49th birthday he drafted Tom Brady, or 46, somewhere in there. All that being said, not the coach of the year. It's a wonderful coaching job, and I would put it probably in the top 7 or 8. One of his great coaching jobs in the 2008 season, Matt Castle, didn't even play a quarterback at USC. 7th round pick, comes in for Tom Brady. They get 11 wins out of Matt Castle. The undefeated season, the year before that, with the backdrop of Spygate, they get to the Super Bowl 42, and come 2 minutes away from an undefeated season. I know it didn't happen. Great coach. So there have been some great coaching seasons. The one team you covered, championship team you covered, 2003, started off 2-2, then won 15 straight games, culminating with the Super Bowl win over the Carolina Panthers. So there are some victories in there. But I would say my coach of the year is Cliff Kingsbury. I didn't see that coming. Now, if you told me, hey, Bill Belichick's going to spend a bunch of money in the offseason, going to draft a rookie quarterback in the first round, and they're going to be 9-4, position atop the AFC, I'd say, I can see that. If you tell me Cliff Kingsbury is going to miss some games himself, or miss a game himself, Kyler Murray's going to miss 3 games, they're going to go 2-1 with Colt McCoy at quarterback, and they're going to be the #1 team in the NFC, I'd say there's no way. So give it to Kingsbury and the very surprising Arizona Cardinals. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.